Hello, I'm Rachel Price and welcome to my podcast, Not Just Making the Tea, a show where we talk about the realities of our career and life choices whilst made at school and college. It's all about celebrating the parts that don't go to plan as much as those which do. With every chat, we explore what life skills there are to be learnt and how they can influence and help us to succeed. This season, the focus is on key skills and the attributes which we all need to be more successful in our everyday lives. I hope that you enjoy listening, find the topics thought-provoking, entertaining, and that they add some positive vibes to your day. So on that note, let's get started with today's topic. 10 things you can do if your confidence needs a major boost. Confidence might sound like some fluffy, idealistic principle that your grandparents might talk about, but in truth, it's the most powerful, tangible thing you can cultivate to achieve the life you want. You might have learned from numerous 90s makeover movies that once you make major changes, then you'll finally feel confident. But in reality, you probably feel that you need the confidence, or more of it, in the first place to make those drastic improvements, whether it comes to your health, career, or relationships. It's not always easy, that's for sure, but it's time to stop waiting for circumstances to change and instead start working on boosting your confidence. The changes you want to make in your life will happen as a byproduct of increasing confidence. So here's my recommendations. 10 real ways to love yourself like Beyonce and boost your confidence so that you will achieve your best life. Number 1. Be brutally honest with yourself. Do you love your job? Do you genuinely enjoy all of your friendships? Are you open about the hobbies that bring you joy? Yes, even the geeky ones. My self-confession here is that I love Lego. Not only will being brutally honest illuminate the areas in your life where you're not true to yourself, but also it will force you to stop trying to fit in. And when you realise what you genuinely love and enjoy, do more of it. You can't be fully confident unless you're openly owning, accepting, and feel confident about who you are. That also means knowing your strengths and accepting whatever you previously deemed as a weakness. You've seen that famous quote by Einstein, on inspirational cards and quoted in so many speeches. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. Remember this lesson when you're picking at your weaknesses. If you're shy in a large group, don't sit around wishing that you were more outgoing. Instead, appreciate that you're really charismatic on one-on-one situations. Keep track of the hobbies, peoples, and activities that make you feel like you're true to yourself, and then seek out more of that time. Number 2, use visualization. Before big presentations or important meetings, we often focus on the worst case scenarios. The I forgot the entire presentation or what if they don't like me kind of scenarios. Instead, visualize yourself acing the presentation or enjoying the meeting as the best version of yourself. If you're not sure what your best self looks like, think about how you act in your most comfortable relationships and situations. Are you goofy, enthusiastic, kind, or thoughtful? What memory do you have where you felt good about yourself? Visualize showing up as that person and then having the best case outcome. You'll not only feel more confident going into an uncomfortable situation, but you're more likely to achieve your best self. Number 3. Practice empathy and positivity. We've already established that confidence requires a change in internal mindset, not a change in outside validation. But if changing your mindset was as easy as flipping a switch, we'd all be confident. So the key to self-confidence is what? Well, my answer is empathy and positivity. Just like happiness, empathy and positivity are skills, not circumstances. When you practice these skills on other people and situations, you'll start to feel more empathy and positive to yourself too. Maybe work on positive thinking through a gratitude journal or exercises, and prioritize a glass half full mentality in all situations. See the good in other people, and it guarantees that you'll start to see more good in yourself too. Number 4, accept compliments. We need to agree here and now to stop downplaying it when we receive compliments. Especially as women, we're taught that it's not polite and often to our own expense. However, it's not true that putting ourselves down makes other people feel more confident. In fact, typically it's the opposite. It makes people feel more uncomfortable. It's bad-mannered, and not to mention it's hurting our confidence. When a co-worker tells you that you've nailed the presentation, don't respond with, "I couldn't have done it without my team," or "Really? I messed up the whole second half." Say "Thank you so very much. I worked really hard and I'm excited about how it turned out." Then you can add the part that you couldn't have done it without the team. Likewise, when a friend compliments your hair, don't say, "Oh, I have such frizzy hair. I spent 45 minutes trying to get it to lay straight." Instead, respond with a simple "Thank you," and take a moment to internally feel good about yourself. If just saying thank you feels uncomfortable, feel free to give a compliment in return, but stop downplaying the compliments that you receive. Number 5, be smart about social media. It's no secret that social media is a common confidence suck. Being constantly bombarded by the pretty filtered versions of hundreds or thousands of other people's lives is not exactly the best recipe to feel good about our own. We know that we only put out there our very best pictures and selfies that we're happy for the world to see, whilst keeping real life, such as messy kitchens, tears and bad hair or skin days, offline. But somewhere, it doesn't always register with us that other people are doing the same. It's time to do yourself a favour and mute or unfollow everyone on Instagram except for a select few accounts that bring you inspiration, motivation and happiness whenever you click through their feed or stories. Number 6, change the words that follow "I am." Personally, my identity has been defined as a chef or a teacher my whole life. For 30 plus years, I put myself into the categories of I'm a chef or I'm a teacher, and I'm creative and organised. But because of that identity, I always said, I'm also not so good at business, or I'm not a maths person. I always took on the creative and free-spirited type of personality and didn't feel confident in any skills related to business startups or business finance. But when I finally became a grown-up, only just a few years ago, but it depends upon who you ask, I was completely over feeling that I wasn't any good with technology and that teaching and creativity was all that I had to offer the world. I started telling myself, I'm a businesswoman and I'm smart with technology. It gave me the confidence to take the step to setting up my own website and starting my own business. The lesson here? Think about what stories you've been telling yourself about who you are and then replace the words that follow "I am." Have you been telling yourself, I'm awkward, I'm shy, I'm ugly, I'm not good enough? Change the words after "I am" to anything you want it to be, and eventually you'll start to believe it. Fake it till you make it, as you know. Number 7, get outside of yourself. We can all be a bit self-centered at times. As humans, we generally see reality through our own perspectives, and therefore everything centers around the way that we experience it. When you're feeling a lack of self-confidence, it can be tempting to wallow in your feelings or vent negatively to your friends. While you should lean on people who make you feel better, make sure to get outside of yourself too. Ask other people questions more than you talk about yourself, and then remember to actively listen. Not only will focusing on other people make you feel better about yourself, because nothing is more powerful than listening to or helping others, but you'll soon realise that other people often don't think about you in the way that you think they do. Other people are often too caught up in their own problems to realise that you're feeling a little awkward or feeling because of the big spot on your chin. One of the most important life hacks that I've ever learned is that you'll stop feeling self-conscious the minute you turn your attention to really listening to or helping someone else. Number 8, do more things that make you uncomfortable. Stepping outside of your comfort zone is, yep, you've guessed it, uncomfortable. But it can also make a huge difference in how you feel about yourself. How about trying something new that scares you just a little bit? Whether it's cooking a new type of food, attending a different workout class, or networking with people you're typically too shy to reach out to. And the good news is that you don't have to be good at whatever new thing you're doing in order to boost your self-esteem and confidence. In fact, truthfully, to start with, you probably won't be good. But the confidence comes when you keep showing up, even when you're not good at it. It will teach you to feel more comfortable in uncomfortable situations and feel accomplished in trying something new. Number 9, keep your promises to yourself. We have this idea that confidence has to mean thinking highly of ourselves, but this is not always necessarily the case. To break it down, confidence is actually a combination of both self-esteem and self-belief. Self-belief refers to the belief that you have in yourself to accomplish something. In other words, to boost confidence, you must make and keep promises to yourself. If you want to eat more vegetables or get to bed earlier, you need to make a plan and then follow through with it. remembering that there's more on the line than leafy greens or getting enough sleep. Think of it like a friend. The more that you can rely on them and trust them, the more you love and respect them. The same goes for your relationship with yourself. Eat what you say you will and go to bed when you say you will, and watch your confidence skyrocket. Number 10. Cultivate a screw you mentality. So it's time to channel your inner Dua Lipa and just don't care so much. Sorry, Lady B, but it's time to think IDGAF 2018 vibe. Generally, I'm not a fan of having a screw you mentality. I think caring about people is the most powerful thing we can do as human beings. But when it comes to cultivating self-confidence, I am an advocate of having a screw you mentality. Sometimes you just have to remind yourself that not everything is as big a deal as you make it inside your head. So you gained a few extra pounds. Who cares? You're shy meeting new people. Big deal. The side business that you want to launch might fail. So what? Doing something that you want to do or being someone you want to be while saying screw you to insecurities might be the absolute best thing that you could ever do for yourself. And finally, just as a reminder, don't take everything so seriously. It's just life. The point is, it's short, so remember to take time and enjoy it. So that's our topic for today. I hope you found it interesting and helpful. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you've enjoyed this episode, then subscribe and get new episodes sent to you weekly. You can do that for free via Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast and more. I appreciate everybody who takes the time to listen, so please subscribe, like, tell your friends and send me any comments and feedback. Also, check out the Instagram page, Not Just Making the Tea, for more information and updates. For activities and resources, check out the Learning Hub on educationyala.com and subscribe. Thank you once again, keep safe, chat soon. Have a great day.